About the mysterious figure.
The subject of the sync remembers certain persons or objects that appear in Somnium, but they might not have a clear form. Our dreams are sometimes vague or unclear after all, even the subject of the dream themselves. I told you earlier that the syncer experiences the dream from the perspective of an observer. That is why the person creating the dream can appear within it. But perhaps they do not have an objective view of themselves, like a mirror or picture. Perhaps he's never watched himself on television. Rare for a politician.
I've never seen myself in a mirror.
Not unheard of. He lacks that objective picture of himself. He remains stoic and unattached despite his position of power. I find that quite powerful. To be able to put your ego aside and see yourself as God sees you
Purple blob.
is an ability many charismatic people share. He may not have a rational, objective assessment of himself. So, even if this figure is ambiguous,
It could be so.
indeed.
How does syncing work? I don't know why we're going over this now.
During a
but-
sync, the syncer's consciousness, or ego, is brought into the subject's somnium. They enter the subconscious mind, or more accurately, sink into it. At this time, the syncer's memories are left in their original body. Picture an egg. The ego is the egg yolk that goes into the subject's brain.
Okay.
The syncer's memories are the whites, which remain in the shell. The syncer, or rather the syncer as their pure ego, experiences the subject's somnium. But to be precise, it is not only ego. When synced, a modicum of memory data does get sent into the subject's brain. Imagine separating an egg yolk from its whites. No matter how you try, some of the egg whites will always stick to the yolk. This is just like that.
Okay.
Date, the investigation team is calling.
This is Date from Abyss. What happened?
Hey, sorry to call you out of the blue. There's something we want to check. Is now a good time?
Sure, what is it?
You said you found a body at Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse. The one at Ariake? Warehouse District?
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Huh. Okay.
Why? What happened?
It's, not here.
What's not there?
We searched all over the warehouse. We didn't find any bodies.
The fuck?
What do you mean there's no body?
We looked everywhere, but nothing.
Date, I am not doubting you. However, are you sure?
Oh yeah, shit. I didn't see it.
Yes, I'm sure. I saw it. I know I saw it. I saw Iris's body with my own right eye.
Then perhaps someone moved the body between the time we left and CSI arrived.
No, there's another possibility.
There is?
How much time passed and find the body and there were cops going there? I'm not sure. What?
Date?
8 times 8.
Iris.
Then 8.
What are you doing? Barging in without ringing the doorbell? Oh, you see, Mizuki ended up staying at my place. Something wrong?
What?
The world changed.
Oh no, he didn't take it as a hallucination. He took it as in he changed the world by saving her inside of his brain. Interesting. Okay, that's an interesting take.
Iba and I saved Iris during the sink yesterday. She wasn't killed.
Oh no, no one's gonna believe me. There's no proof that she was
True,
there.
but that was only a dream.
Maybe the dream changed reality.
Impossible.
Then how else would you explain it? Iris came back to life.
Oh dear. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Dream-changing reality.
Date and Iba saved Iris and Somnium, and that changed the history of the real world?
No one else has seen the body.
Well, I guess it's not impossible.
That isn't what you said yesterday.
But then
That
also
was then,
So
this is
said
now.
that she was stabbed in the back. So, what?
A woman's mind changes with the phases of the moon, you know?
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Anyway, I believe in Date. I trust him more than anyone else in Abyss.
So,
Congressman Sajima is suspicious in more ways than one. Exhibit A. 3 days ago, So called Shoko Nadami's phone. We still don't know exactly why. He only told us it was meant to be private. Exhibit B. So Sajima was at Okiura Fishery Warehouse last
okay,
night.
this room's getting pretty interesting now.
But he didn't inform us of this. There must be something he doesn't want us knowing. Exhibit C. So was in Iris's Somnium. Dreams are constructed from memories, yet the good congressman denies he ever knew Iris.
Where's So now?
I sent him home yesterday.
You released him?
What was I supposed to do?
There's no evidence. You can't hold him. The person that you're supposed to have killed is alive. You're like, I'm arresting you in suspicion of killing someone, but then I change the world by in your dreams so they don't. Oh yeah, I guess you gotta go.
We can't hold him without solid proof. What we saw with Iris hasn't happened yet.
In any case, we have to speak with him again.
About prophetic dreams.
Stranger things have been known to happen. 2 days ago, Date found Iris's frozen corpse in Mizuki's Somnium. It must have been a prophecy.
Boss.
That's true. We showed him a picture of her. But then he saw her in her full gab. But then, I mean, that just could be this game's way of... They never change clothes. But, yeah. We did show him a picture of her. But he mentioned the stabbing in the back thing.
There's a lot of stuff
then
in
it
this
also-
world that can't be explained by science.
But then he said that the boss mentioned stabbing, so... You are convicted for unmurder. Boss's knack for change is one of her good qualities. Not having beliefs is what she believes in. That's how she established herself as a major player in the police department. Because she believed what she wanted to. A dream-changing reality?
It is absurd. Not possible.
Oh yeah. It's funny when So was in Iris's Somnium, but that was on a different route. And this shit's leaking in from all over the place. But yeah, on this route that wouldn't happen. So yeah, that would have been a mistake. I didn't really think about that because he actually was in his Somnium, but on a different route.
Dreams
Yeah,
are
guess I was
figments of the
mistaken.
imagination. An incident which took place entirely in your mind cannot have any bearing on the real world. That is preposterous.
Oh, maybe now maybe this is gonna like. Yeah. It happened. We saw some. Yeah, in Mizuki's route we saw him there, but yeah, they wouldn't know that here. Unless this is gonna start leading into the idea of the things we are doing in the dreams is changing the real world.
Consider it. If you were to find money in your dream, does your bank account balance go up in reality? If you were to be attacked by aliens in your dream, does a swarm of UFOs invade Earth?
But at the warehouse,
She said Mum's best friend instead of my best friend.
You must have been hallucinating. Within Mizuki's Somnium, you saw Iris's frozen corpse.
How's the flowchart looking? Okay, so we're going down here now. Look at his knuckles. Yeah. How you doing? Oh, hey, Philip. Philip. You know. Good days and bad days. Fucking shit night last night, but feel a bit better at the moment-ish. Don't know. Feel a little unsettled. I think that's the thing that annoys me the most is just feel unsettled like a lot of the time these days. Connectome, a map of neural circuitry. There are approximately 100 billion neurons in the human brain, and it is thought there are 1 trillion connections between them. In legal terms, this applies to situations in which someone is said to have lost all judgment or behavioral control over themselves, and thus cannot be legally responsible for their actions. The 3 laws of robotics. The science fiction author Isaac Asimov put forth these 3 principles in his work Runaround. I hope you're doing alright, Philip. First law. A robot may not injure a human being or through... do you know what? I recently watched iRobot again for some reason. A robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. A robot must obey the orders given it by human beings except where such orders would conflict with the first law. A robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second law.
It is affecting your mental state. Last night, you were so fazed by it that you couldn't speak.
I'm hoping that they're going to start connecting into the dreams into the game and be like, whoa, what? The dreams are changing reality.
If it bothers you to
Technically,
this
they are.
degree, why not go talk to Iris?
Probably should. About Okura Fishery.
I have done some research. As the name suggests, the company is owned by the Okiuras, the same Okiuras we know. Renju's father created the company.
Another connection to Renju.
No, actually.
Yeah, I love the whole robotic laws and shit like that.
Currently, Okiura Fishery
stuff
has
really cool.
nothing to do with Renju. The company has been managed by office representatives for the past 17 years after Renju's father died. Renju holds no share,
we've had
in
this
short.
Yeah. We know that. We know
But
that
it
from a
can't be a
different route.
coincidence.
It certainly is suspicious.
Fishery again.
I would suggest searching the warehouse again. You may be able to discover why Iris was resurrected.
About Renju. Still haven't found Renju yet, yeah.
Mizuki went to Bloom Park 3 nights ago. She was prompted by a Nile message from Renju.
Mizuki, Daddy got caught up in something serious. Please come to Bloom's Park, merry-go-round right away.
There are 3 possibilities. 1. Renju killed Shoko, or was an accessory to the murder.
We gotta find out what Mario has to say about all this.
2. Renju was threatened or blackmailed into luring Mizuki to the scene. 3. The culprit used Renju's phone to send the Nile message. In any case, the motive is still unknown. We need to talk to Renju.
Renju, where did you go?
Lost his friend Mario.
Only money rained down from the sky.
Yeah, same man, same. If only money rained down from the sky.
I sleep with a different one every night. They're so fluffy.
Oh, body pillow.
Okay, that makes sense. Police poster. machine.
So the darts board has all these holes, and the tip of the dart goes in, right? It's kind of sexual, don't you think?
I do not understand. What is sexual about it?
You don't want to know.
Man, that's the first time I've seen someone manage to make darts sexual. Large key. Tanuki.
I can't believe it's not a raccoon.
What?
Where is Renju?
You asked Mama at Marble for information regarding Renju Okiura, correct? It is possible she may have something for you by now.
Asked Momo for information too, but I had to promise him a meeting with Iris. Momo can wait for now.
We can talk to Iris's mom as well. She was Renju's classmate, right? Iba told me about her.
Where's Iris now?
Her cell phone is on. I can trace her via GPS. She is currently somewhere in the Lemniscape building.
Okay. Alright.
There are 4 people I should talk to. So Sejima, Iris and Hitomi Sagan, and I need to check the warehouse one more time.
We have many avenues of investigation.
Let's get moving.
Right, I want to go talk to Iris first. I'm gonna fucking sort this shit out right now. Does she even remember meeting someone? Like, did that even happen?
I am so aggro right now.
Who says that?
Why are you angry?
You backed out on your Shovel Forge promise.
I didn't make any promises.
You promised me a date, though.
I did go to your house.
2 minutes before midnight, and you didn't even take me anywhere.
Yeah, because we only had 2 minutes.
We could have gone somewhere. Iturup, Kunashir, Shikotan, Habomai?
Absolutely not.
Then you should have come earlier.
Well,
What's your type?
Well, I like guys that like New Guinea fruit bats and yellow spotted neck turtles.
I cannot even picture that.
Interesting taste. Yo, can I have your contact information?
Why?
well, because it may lead to something in the future.
I don't know.
Date, we're on an investigation.
Yeah, right.
Just let me have this.
Let's try it again.
That's enough. I'll come right out of your eye socket if you don't stop. I'm serious. I'm going to pop out.
Iba flew out of my left eye and started dancing on the desk. The receptionist immediately fainted. Iris saw the whole thing and also fainted. And so my story ended. The end. But I couldn't let that happen, so I decided not to ask her for her information. And so my story ended because everyone, the everyone faints ending. I want to know your measurements. Oh, that's a weird question to ask.
I'm 5'4".
That is clearly not what you meant.
Yeah, it is. That's how tall she is. Where's Renju?
I want to too. We've been looking for him. We've been getting so many calls, it's hard to keep up with.
Once upon a time, there was an ugly duckling. He was so ugly, everybody died. The end. There's a reception behind the desk. Didn't go to just the boobs then. Why was your phone off yesterday?
I know you were mad about our date, but why was your phone off? I couldn't get a hold of you.
About a late night visitor.
Last night around 2 a.m., someone visited you. Who was it? And you left the house as well. Where did you go?
You really want to know?
Yes.
And you'd do anything for the answer.
Like
Yes.
play Shovel Forward?
All right then, Shovel Forge.
No.
Then go on a date with me.
Again, no.
But you owe me for yesterday.
I told you I couldn't get a hold of you.
Objection. Even if you did get a hold of me, you didn't want to see me anyway, right? Until you fulfill your promise, I won't tell you anything.
Oh,
Jesus Christ, girl. little desperate. All right. Where's Renju?
What about him?
I need to hide it. I told her about Renju's
A
disappearance.
traffic accident? I'm worried.
Any idea where he could have gone?
I'm sorry, no.
Okay. Do you know Sosaijima the politician?
I've seen him on TV.
Ever met him?
No.
Not at all.
No, not at all.
It's Monday, no school?
It is Monday. But it's a holiday. No school today? Duh.
Duh.
Oh, right. It's a holiday.
Did you forget to?
That's why I'm at Lemniscate today. We're going to do a recording session for a show soon.
Sorry, your body.
Iris, promise you won't laugh, but I saw something at the cold storage warehouse last night.
What?
Your dead body. I told you not to laugh.
But... Come on, Date. I'm alive. I'm right here. Look, I can jump around. Woohoo!
Stop, I'm serious.
Did you see the reception? Receptionist. I don't know if that was just like an incidental clap, but it worked out very well with her little dance there.
In my dream, I saved you from being
Well done.
killed.
Way to go, Iris. You can jump around.
And here you are. Which is why I was like that when I went to your house yesterday. Sorry, there's no point in telling you all this.
No, it's fine. Sorry for laughing. I just didn't know what was up with you.
Huh?
I believe you, Date. Maybe you were in a parallel world or something.
Another bizarre explanation.
Summarize for me.
So, what are we doing?
What do you mean?
For our date, of course.
Sure, go on a date.
Fine.
Hey, wait a minute.
Yay! So you'll play Shovel Forge with me?
I will not.
So, we'll go on a date then.
I'm hoping this is some kind of secret ending here.
Yes.
Deal. And you have to honor our agreement this time.
I can't believe it.
Oh, but we can't go right away. I have a recording coming
I
up.
wonder what happens if you say no now.
I should be done by 3, though.
Tessa, we're starting soon.
Got it! So, Date, meet me back here at 3? If you ditch me, I will be beyond furious. Anyway, bye for now. Peace!
Iris smiled and strolled to the studio.
There is no point remaining here. Let's get moving.
What the difference? I wonder if there's like a difference between those two choices then. Okay. Sorry, was your question, Tear Gas, then, why would a 30-year-old man prefer to go on a date with an 18-year-old rather than play a game? Was that the actual question? I wonder why. I guess it's a mystery we'll never be able to solve. Mystery of the world, really, I suppose. He acts as though he doesn't really want to, and then he acts like there's no other option. It's like that weird tropey thing they do, isn't it? Like, oh man, I've been forced into going on a date. That's weird anime tropey shit, I think. Okay, let's pop to the cold storage warehouse. Vibing my left eye socket. I walked into the cold storage warehouse. I could see my breath. I looked around, shivering. Nothing seemed changed from last night, though. I wonder if picking like that date changed anything. see though. Itrup Island, the largest island in the Kuril Island chain between Japan and Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula. Both countries claim this island as their territory because of their delicate situation. I had better not write my opinion here. Kunasha Island, an island located on the westernmost end of the Kuril Islands. Shikotan, an island located in the eastern part of the Habumari Archipelago off Hokkaido. Why are we learning all these islands? Habumai Islands, islands off to the eastern shore of Hokkaido and the tip of the Numero Peninsula. What? Why are we learning all that? Some of the shit that they throw in there is so random.
There are numerous cardboard boxes on the shelf. There is nothing abnormal about them.
Cardboard box on the floor. There's nothing in it.
It's a wooden box. There is nothing inside. There are only a few items on the shelf. It is likely that this warehouse isn't in regular use.
Switchboard?
A switchboard. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. A forklift. It doesn't seem like it's in use. It was likely just left here.
Frozen into the floor.
You first arrived here yesterday at 9 p.m. At that time, lying on this workbench was...
Iris's dead body, covered with a white cloth.
But the second time...
The corpse was gone.
It was 11:25 p.m., but the body could not have simply vanished. Crime scene investigation was here before 11:25 p.m.
When did they arrive?
According to the report, 10:30 p.m., after we finished sinking with So.
It took them an hour and a half to get here?
Correct.
Why did it take them so long?
There we go. We actually know how long it took them, though.
Unknown. The report does not specify. Perhaps a result of outside influence.
Outside influence?
In any case, there is nothing of note about the bench. Examining it will not reveal any further information.
Interesting.
A forklift. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. The crane on the ceiling. Nothing has changed.
Searched the warehouse again, but we didn't find anything useful.
Nothing.
But finding nothing may, in fact, be something.
What do you mean?
I was just thinking out loud. Let's get going. Date, your temperature is dropping. At this rate, they might find your body in here.
Alright, out we get. Out we go then. Sagan residence, I guess.
I apologize for yesterday. I arrived uninvited.
No, I'm grateful. Thanks to you, Mizuki has her voice back.
No, I didn't do anything.
Are you sitting on the sofa? Steam is rising from the tea. There are some elementary workbooks on the table, but closely looking, one in the middle is different. How to handle a monster parent.
I've been wondering about that picture.
Iris drew it when she was 12.
That's you on the left and Iris in the middle, correct?
Yes,
And who's on the right?
the man I was dating at the time. It was only for 3 months, but
It's definitely fucking Falcon.
I met him about 6 years
Falco,
ago.
whatever it's fucking called himself.
Have you been to the Ikume Shrine in the Minato district? I was praying there one day, and I heard a voice. Well, more like a groan. Behind the shrine, I saw a man sitting on the
Yeah,
ground.
this is exactly what Falco described.
He was bleeding badly from his stomach. I took out my phone to call an ambulance, but he grabbed my wrist, and he held me, and then he kissed me. I was shocked, but when I stared into his eyes, then I heard footsteps, and then a bunch of men yelling. They were looking for him. When the voices and footsteps faded, he let me go. Don't call an ambulance, and don't call the cops. I knew he had to be a criminal, so I took him to an underground clinic I knew.
You took him to a mob doctor?
Renju's friend. I only met him once.
Interesting.
Even though we had our first kiss seconds after meeting each other, it took a long time before I got to see him again. The first time we held hands was when we watched a horror movie together. The first time I took his arm was when we went to a haunted house in an amusement park. But I wasn't the one who grabbed him. A zombie jumped out and scared us, and he clung onto my arm. He had that cute side to him. And I was falling in love. Our second kiss was in the car. It's cliché, I know. But we drove around at night, looking at all the lights. We parked our car near a warehouse and kissed. I don't think we ever said I love you, but we both knew. We were getting closer and closer. I introduced him to Iris about a month after I first met him.
Oh my god, young Iris.
Iris never had a father figure in her life before. She warmed up to him immediately.
Oh, okay, so he's not
and treated him like a real dad. From then on, it was always the three of us together. We would go to the beach, to the river, the zoo, the amusement park. Going to barbecues with another person was a new experience for me and Iris. Everything felt so fresh. Every day was so exciting. Oh, sorry. You asked about the picture. He wanted to make okonomiyaki one day. He was working with the hot plate. It was ridiculous. He was trying to flip one, and it flew up in the air and landed right on my head. Iris saw the whole thing and laughed and laughed. I hadn't seen her laugh like that in a long time. I was having so much fun that I put an okonomiyaki on their heads too. Plop, plop. I added the bonito flakes and mayo and sauce. At this point, there was no going back. Eggs flew, flour going everywhere. The room was not a pretty sight.
Sounds like a fucking nightmare.
After our
Jesus.
battle, we laughed like crazy. We were rolling around on the floor. So Iris decided to draw it. It's nostalgic. But those days didn't last. 6 years ago, in November, a man with a gun broke into our house. Fortunately, Iris wasn't home at the time, but my boyfriend was. That's why the gunman came. He wanted to kill him. He wanted to kill him, and he would never stop. He pulled the trigger. I tried to protect him. The bullet hit me, but the police arrived. They were both arrested and incarcerated.
Why was he after your boyfriend?
Before he met me, he committed some terrible crime. I don't know the details, but it was awful. So he became a target for underworld criminals. I don't know exactly why, but I know that he betrayed them in some way.
May I ask you something?
Of course.
I had heard that that incident was a random break-in gone wrong.
Oh. That's not true. I lied about it at the time, because of Mizuki. Mizuki is Iris's friend. If she found out, Iris would find out too. I didn't want Iris to know.
Know what?
That I was dating a criminal. He was her father figure. Iris looked up to him. If she found out about his past...
Yeah, this all lines up with what we learned in... Oof, Jesus. This route over here. From what, yeah. Drawing on the wall. Iris drew when she was 12. Right, we've learned all we're going to learn from that one, apparently. Where's Renju?
Did something happen to him? You asked me that yesterday.
That was weird. The subtitles didn't match up there. There's no point hiding it. I told her about Renju's disappearance.
Right from the hospital? I'm sorry. I have no idea.
About Iris.
I've put Iris through so much. I was 19 and single when she was born. People didn't take kindly to that. But Iris was such a fighter. She always protected me. I remember, one time at the nursery, some of the other mothers were talking about me. Iris ran up to them and said, "Don't talk about my mommy." I'm supposed to be the mother, but it's Iris who's always protecting me.
What about your parents?
They died when I was 17. I was an orphan, and my relatives lived far away. They might have taken me in, but I was already in my second to last year of high school. It wasn't a good idea for me to move that late. So I decided to stay here, by myself.
And take care of Iris.
Yes. All alone. But Renju would help sometimes. It was always just me and her. Vacations, barbecues, zoos, amusement parks. Just me and her. Oh, that reminds me. When Iris was 5, there was a children's theater show in Bloom Park. It was called Milky Moon. It was about girls as magical space rangers and such. She loved singing and dancing, even as a kid. Whenever she heard music, her body would start moving. It was a quirk of hers, and she did it at the show, too. Toward the end, when all the Milky Moon girls were dancing to the ending song, Iris climbed up onto the stage and danced with them. I tried to stop her, of course. I grabbed her arm and tried to get her to sit, but before I knew it, she was up there, dancing. And everyone was so excited.
Then the birth of ASAP.
Even I was dancing by the end of it. When it was over, she had the biggest smile on her face. Mama, you're a good dancer. That's the kind of girl she was. Whenever she sees someone playing music on the street, she'll run up and join them, right then and there. Music at the train station, the crosswalk beeping, even at convenience stores. When their little chime played, she would start
Dancing at the beeping of a crosswalk? Beep, beep, beep. Oh, yeah, I feel the beat. Beep, 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 beep.
It almost got her into trouble once. She was on the jungle gym and a truck drove by. It was playing loud music out the windows. She climbed up to the top and started dancing, but she lost her balance and fell. It was on a Sunday, and it was hard to find an open emergency care. I was carrying her on my back, running and running through town.
Yeah, I know she's dead, yeah.
I could still hear her crying. Will I still be able to dance, Mommy? Can I still dance? She cried and cried into my shoulder. It was the only time she ever cried so much. No, that's not true. There was one other time.
This is going off on a real tangent here.
6 years ago, I was the victim of a shooting. After the surgery, Iris came in running. And she was sobbing.
You can't dance anymore. You get to put you down, son. Put you down, son.
Mommy, don't die! Don't die! Please don't die, Mommy! Don't die!
Well, there was one of these runs in one of the.
I swore
halves
to myself then.
That we had like this. Maybe it was near the start. We had this moment where we had this flash of Iris. Like we knew her when she was a child or something.
I would protect her, no matter what. Iris is everything to me. More important than my own life.
The Dale.
Yes, today's a holiday. Iris isn't in school. She went to Lemniscate.
Yeah, I saw her earlier.
Is that so?
Summarize.
Date, we can't spend time reminiscing.
We spent a fuckload of time reminiscing.
We have to get moving.
Yeah, let's go.
Hey, Benji. Hey, buddy. Yeah. Staring. Give me a stare like he wants something. What do you want? What's up? Oh, sorry, buddy. Bashed your head then. You okay? Oh. Do you want me to open the window so you can go out the front? Hang on, I'll be right back.